The most important list, probably Facebook. The reason why is because your cell phone's already limited, but I mean, depending on what country you're watching this in, almost everybody has Facebook. And if you're in a country that you guys, the popular social media is not Facebook, then whatever your popular social media is, use that. Okay, but I'm gonna base this off Facebook, but it works whatever country you're in. Now, do you remember earlier when I was talking about attacking your cell phone list? One of the things I said was, text everybody on your cell phone list, do not prejudge anyone, and just go straight down that list, right? Now, there are numbers that you'll notice are no good anymore, and I told you to write those names down. Now let's go to Facebook, and those are probably the first ones, right? Every single name that the number is no longer good, personal message or direct message, but never write on someone's timeline. Personal message or direct message to them and say, hey, I gave you a text and I texted some random person, text me right now, 702-348-5618. Or be like, hey, here's my number, text me from your phone, that way I have your new number, we need to keep in contact. That's a no-brainer, right? We got flies up in here, right? Next part, after that, once they text you, save their number, right? Save their contact information in your phone. You're never gonna, okay, if I could go back and talk to the old James when I was 19 and said, James, every single number that you ever encounter with someone, keep their number. I can't even explain to you how many thousands of numbers I do not have that I wish I did, because I would be writing the book. It wouldn't even be called $500,000. It'd be how to eat for free and make $1 million, right? But my contact list was short because of my own fault. So with you watching this right now, never again underestimate the power of a database. It made Mark Zuckerberg a billionaire. Okay, so he's doing, I made the YouTube people kind of popular. Why? Because the database of how many people are uploading videos, right? Just unbelievable. Anyway, when you're collecting people's informations and you're putting them on the Facebook and you're saying, hey, I don't have your number, done. Once that list is done, now let's go through every single existing friend that you do not have their number. You need to go through every single one. James, I have over 500 friends on Facebook. James, I literally have, I'm not exaggerating, James, 3,000 friends on Facebook, and I don't know 90% of the phone numbers. I know. Everyone, every single person, get their number. Do not write on their timeline and make it personal. So if the next person on the list, let's say you're going through Facebook because they don't put in alphabetical order. Let's say you're on your friends list and the first one that pops up is a guy named Kent. And I don't have Kent's phone number. Direct message him. What's up, brother? Haven't talked to you in the longest time. Me and a bunch of friends are going to dinner. I saw your Facebook. I wanted to invite you. This is my number. Text me right now when you're reading this so you don't forget, or reply back with your phone number and I'll text you. That's the verbiage I personally would recommend you use. So if it's Kent, I would say, hey, what's up, brother? Been a long time. I was going through my phone. I just realized I don't have your number. Me and a bunch of friends are going to go out for dinner. Wanted to see if you would be interested in coming. This is my phone number. Text me right now so you don't forget, or just reply back with your cell phone and I'll text you. Done. Right? And that's all you're doing. We're going to dinner, want to invite you, right? This is how you're going to start building your cell phone list. Your cell phone list, guys, you're going to have over 10,000 real phone numbers if you do exactly what I'm telling you to do. Grabbing people through Facebook, direct messaging everybody. After that, transferring it to your cell phone and texting every single person on your cell phone and inviting them to dinner with you. And that's all you're doing, am I right? Next part. On Facebook. Every single one of us has this. I don't care if you want to admit this or not. You have friends right now that if you look at your mutual friends or suggested friends, that you actually know them, but you aren't friends with them. Because whether it's because you were never close with them, you guys went to the same high school, but you guys have a bunch of high school mutual friends, guys, make a goal. 10 new friends a day. That you will add minimum 10 new friends a day. Times 30 days, you have over 300 new friends a month. You know what that means basically, right? 300 new numbers. Do you know what that actually means? 600 new numbers. Why? Because most people, especially if you don't have their number, and especially since you're not on Facebook with them, you weren't even friends with them, that means they have an entire new circle of friends you don't know, number one. And number two, they either have a significant other or a best friend that if they're going to go to dinner with you and you say, I'm going to bring a bunch of friends, you can bring a bunch of friends, they usually will bring one friend also. Can we rewind? Go back again. One new friend a day. Sorry, 10 new friends a day on Facebook that you're gonna add. That means you're getting 10 new phone numbers a day. Times 30 days, 300 new phone numbers that you're getting. 300 new phone numbers. If they're not friends with you already and you didn't have their number, that usually means you don't hang out with them, and that usually means that they hang out with people you don't know, usually. That means they have a significant other or a best friend that they would prefer to eat with on the first encounter, usually just because, you know, it's been a while, they just want to bring a friend. People feel comfortable with friends they know. I don't think anyone's gonna really debate that with me. I think that's pretty non-negotiable, non-debatable. That means though, that if they come, that's 600 new friends. Do you guys understand this? If you do this, 600 friends, and you do this for even 6 months, your cell phone, brand new, is gonna have 3,600 new cell phone numbers. And that doesn't include when you ask them to bring their friends, of 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 friends. I'm getting excited because the reason why I get so jacked up talking about this is because to me, it's ridiculous and it's a game. You have people, and if this is you, this isn't to be disrespectful, it's just to give you an idea of how simplistic, when I met my mentor, they changed my entire thinking. I'm literally showing you how to make $500,000. $500,000. There's doctors and lawyers that don't make $500,000. And I'm looking you directly through our screens right now. And if you come to my mastery course and we meet each other finally in Las Vegas for our big seminars that we do over the weekend that are super fun, that we can party together a little bit. Anyway, when you go to that, I'm gonna look you dead in the eye. You can make more money than doctors and lawyers eating at a restaurant. It's silly, and not to be disrespectful, it is insulting. Oh, what do you drive a nice car, not to say cars are important, but someone's like, you have a nice car and you have nice clothes, and do you mind if I ask you, what do you do? I eat at restaurants. It's rude, insulting, and we love it, and we revel in it. Anyway, move forward. So my whole point of everything I'm trying to say is this. Facebook is the key, guys. It's not the only answer, it's not the end all be all. In social media in general, because I haven't talked about Instagram, I haven't talked about Twitter, if that's what you use too. But I'm not gonna make separate videos for that because it's the same thing. So if you're not a big Facebooker, but you're big on Twitter, right? And you have your friends on Twitter, direct message these people, ask them for the phone numbers. My whole point though is, and if you don't have Facebook, if I could encourage you, get a freaking Facebook. Why? Because there's only a little over 1 billion people that have Facebook. I think that it's statistically say 3.5 billion people have internet access. 3.5 billion people have internet access, and 1 billion of them have Facebook. You guys get this? It's crazy. And Mark Zuckerberg's about to give free internet for the world, right? And get it so everyone has internet access. Whoo! It's a lot of eating. Anyway, move forward. So, Facebook, do you guys get that? Direct message, make these messages personal. Do not do a copy and paste thing. People will see that, they'll think it's spam, they won't even think it's you, and it is you. And you're just trying to cut corners. And let me say this, you can't cut corners when it comes to making $500,000 a year. Just saying. And say it again, you cannot cut corners when it comes to making $500,000, guys. Do you guys get that? Facebook alone could make you that type of money because it's endless people, right? And if you add 10 friends a day, 300 new friends, that's 300 new cell phones numbers that you're inviting these 300 people to. Guys, if you have 300 new people that don't hang out with you regularly and you say, hey, I wanted to see if you want to come to dinner with me, that'd be cool if you wanted to, yeah? And you have people eating with you now that normally don't hang out with you, you're gonna find friends that traditionally would never hang out with you, all of a sudden are hanging out with you just because of you putting events together. Don't forget, I mentioned in the previous video, and I'm gonna mention it again in this video, you would be surprised how a lot of people, as long as you give them a heads up, they will go. As long as they're not doing anything other than just eating, and they get to bring a buddy, and they get to hang out with a bunch of other friends they don't know, and that's all they're doing, you will be surprised. If you have no cell phone listing, you just go off of Facebook of what I'm telling you, and you get 300 new numbers a month, there's just nothing there's nothing anyone can ever tell me. If you have 300 new numbers, 10% of them aren't available the day of your invasion, and you have 30 people right there. There's just nothing anyone can tell me that even 5% of 300, so 15 people aren't available to come. There's just nothing anyone can tell me because it's just straight up numbers. Hope you guys are ready to conquer and take over Facebook and finally be able to tell you Facebook doesn't cost you money, it makes you money. Facebook isn't a time sucker, it makes me hundreds of thousands of dollars.